Hi there. Okay, this is an interesting message for you today. You're connecting to someone who is looking for dirt digging, looking for dirt on you. Okay, but then via divination, psychic readings, tarot readings, somebody they know who's got heightened intuition. Okay, so yeah, you're connecting to someone who's trying to dig some, it's a dirt digging card. They're trying to get information on you. Okay, I want to know why. I want to know why, because the dirt digging card for me sometimes can mean that somebody's trying to get information on somebody because they don't want to take responsibility for something, whatever that might mean. Okay, so let me have a look at that. Okay, I'm going to use this tarot deck today. Yeah, it's almost like they're trying to wriggle out of something, or they don't want to take the blame even though they did it. But it's like they're now, I feel they've hit a wall, that there is actually no dirt to dig. It's more their dirt. Okay, so they can't find anything out because there's nothing really to find out. So now they are using divination. All right, so let's have a little look. The moon. Yeah, not surprising. Let's see what's going on. Anyway, I hope you're okay. Thanks for watching. Okay, I hope you're well. If you'd like my help and you'd like a reading, just click on the title of the video. Links are in the description box. Everything's on the website. Go check it out and check out the free relationship report. And if you wouldn't mind subscribing, hit the notification bell. That would be wonderful if you're new. And keep leaving your comments. I read all my comments. Okay, and I send you so much love. I don't have a good feeling about this, meaning that I don't, sometimes, you know, with the divination, it can just mean that, you know, someone's missing you dreadfully, you completely blocked them, no one's talking to each other, and you want to know what's going on. You know, that's what, you know, this is all about. But I just feel with the dirt digging card that, what are they up to, please? What are they up to? Yeah, they want information. Has somebody moved away? Has somebody relocated? Or is there something that's going up for sale? Yeah, they want to win something, okay? But it all depends on them. They're obsessed. They're obsessed with what you're doing, okay? But they're obsessed with what you're doing because of a move or some form of relocation, okay? They want to dig dirt up so that their life goes according to their plan. But there's two ways this could go, because they don't have what they believe they need because it's not theirs to have. They just want to drop you in it so they can get their hands on something. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. One more card. Yeah, they're playing the victim. That's it. Got it, the Hangman. Okay, there's something that they want. Three of Wands. It could be a move. It could be a relocation. It could, they might want to take their career, their business, or their finances further. Okay, but this hinges on you not doing something. They are digging the dirt because they want to perpetuate the victim mentality, okay? They want to be seen as the sorry party in all of this, that you were the one that caused the problems, that you were the one that didn't make it work, okay? Can you give me another card on the root of this, please? This is very weird today. The root of it. Yeah, they want to control you. I feel in the past you felt trapped in this relationship. It could have taken you a while to get out of it, or even if you were out of it, I feel mentally for you it causes you flashbacks and some form of post-traumatic stress. I feel you had a trauma bond with this person. They presented as one thing, that's a bit bad really, Keeley, but presented as one person to the outside world, but they were completely different. They were quite controlling in some shape or form with you, okay? You broke out of this, and I just heard the words sang like a canary in the end. Now that means you started to talk about this. You started to almost tarnish their reputation that they thought they had worked so hard on, but the cracks in their reputation are appearing, and people are starting to see that they were, in a general sense, in some shape or form, a control freak. Okay, so this is what the dirt digging is. They're trying, through divination, to dig something up so that their reputation isn't damaged. That's the message. Sorry it took me a bit to get there. There are people now starting to gossip about your ex. Okay? Definitely, I'm going to throw it in here, definitely something about the way somebody maybe earned their money, spent their money, okay? They thought, your ex thought that you would just keep the peace, that you wouldn't rise up and be counted, but you have, and you are. Very specific reading today. Don't try and make this resonate. It might be, like I say, for one person. You kept the peace. You kept somebody's secrets, okay? You didn't speak up about what was really going on, but you've started to now, and Pandora's box is opening. Right, what's going on in this ex's environment as well, please? In their environment now, they're in the Five of Swords. Things are getting heated. They're desperate for something. Other people around them, this might not be love, have started to realise that they have an agenda and they don't tell the truth and they're just out for themselves. Now, the Five of Swords is one of my least favourite cards. The Ten of Swords isn't good, but at least with the Ten, it's over. You can't go any further. It's the end, okay? You're just going to eventually get up. But the Five of Swords speaks to me, if this is your reading and this is your ex, that they will stop at nothing to get what they want. They will lie, cheat and connive. It can represent abuse as well, at a level. They will do what on earth they can. They have to win, okay? They have to win, and they've got an agenda. They have got an agenda. And I also feel really specifically that if you've moved on to a new relationship, or you've started even just socialising again, that they will try and find out, this could be coming in the future, next year, they are going to try and find out who you're seeing or what you're doing as part of this dirt digging. Okay? Because I feel that this ex is someone who wants their own way all the time, doesn't treat you very well, but the moment you start singing like a canary, or you don't want to keep the peace anymore and you start to speak out, then they don't like to lose. They don't particularly want you, or they don't treat you well, but they don't want to lose either. Very good at love bombing, the ex. Very good at love bombing. But you've gone into a different energy. This is your energy. You've cut the emotion out now. You're guarding your energy. You're speaking your truth. You've got clarity. You're actually, it's not dangerous, that's the wrong word, but you're very, very clear, clear-sighted now about what's gone on here and how you had to bury your truth. Okay, which I feel you did, but then they still weren't satisfied. And then you realised what had gone on within that Eight of Swords, the control, the mental mind games. You know, after a while, if someone feeds you enough information, you will believe it. But you've risen out of that now. Okay, you can see clearly now. I can see clearly now. Yeah, you are laser focused. That is why these two cards came out when I was shuffling today. Yeah, and also I feel that you've got help or you're getting help. There's going to be somebody either that's in your life now that's going to uplift you, or if not, somebody's coming in. If they're not in your life now, I feel January, and they are going to be somebody who's professional, or they've got the information you need to help you get up another step with all of this. Yeah, because you're going to heal. January, definitely January, February. There's something about those 2 months for you where things are really going to get better for you, okay? You've definitely put distance between you and this ex. There at the bottom of the deck in the King of Wands energy, they like their own way, don't they? They can be quite hot-tempered, quite aggressive, a bully. And I think at first it was easier to go along with them. They always like their plans to be their plans. And they're very much larger than life. But I feel that the moment you didn't want that plan, or quite rightly so, you wanted to do something that you wanted to do, then it got difficult. Okay, they did not expect you to start speaking your truth. No, they thought that you would keep quiet when this relationship ended, that the door would be closed and that would be it. But no, you haven't. You're speaking about this ending now. I just heard a song. I'm not even going to go there today, but I can hear the lyrics, sort of the lyrics. They thought you were going to ignore their aggression with the Knight of Swords. They are very much of a personality where they have to be in charge. Only their words matter and only their opinions matter. Okay? The only truth is their truth. And for a while it was. But it's not anymore. So well done. Well done. Yeah. It's turning for you, the Wheel of Fortune. January, February. Yeah, there's going to be justice. Justice is underneath this Wheel of Fortune. Karmas are coming for this ex of yours, whatever that means for you. Justice obviously can mean legal issues, but whatever you're doing, whatever's going on in your life now, that wheel's turning in your favour, okay? Especially if somebody left you out on the fringes and somebody just breadcrumbed you and left you just wallowing around wondering what the hell had happened. It's changing, okay? It will change, but there's somebody coming in who's going to be able to assist you. Let's just have a couple more cards on this ex of yours. Yeah, that flew off. Scarcity tactics, yeah. It's going to end, don't worry. You know, this is a bully. Bullies will... And they get even worse when they realise that you are starting to speak. And if this is you today, I'm really proud of you, because it's not easy when someone's gaslighted you and somebody has told you this and said that and you've been stuck in the Eight of Swords. Okay? Ego. Right, I'm not going to pull any more cards, we're just going to read on this little bit. they're going to use the dirt digging, the divination, the scarcity tactics, because their ego is hurt, okay? They don't want to lose, okay? But with the Wheel of Fortune and justice in your energy and everything else that's been pulled out today, don't worry, you're going to be just fine, okay? You're going to be just fine. You have every right, okay, to reply. You have every right to whatever it is that you've been fighting for, trying to get, you know, it's a general reading. Stand your ground, pull your energy back, don't reply, just grey rock. Just grey rock, okay? You know, there's a saying, don't feed the fire. Just let them be. Just let them be. Let them stew in their own stuff. Just keep yourself safe. Keep yourself in your own safety bubble, okay? And this is going to work out for you. You are going to be victorious and you are going to get the ending that you want, okay? And eventually this will just be something that you kind of remember, but you will get through this. I think it's a really important message for probably, like I say, one person today. Okay, just remember who you are. You're amazing, you're wonderful, you're on the pedestal. You don't want the breadcrumbs, you want the whole loaf. Okay, so I'll leave it with you. Take good care of yourself, all right? Make sure you always protect yourself, your assets and everything, and keep yourself, you know, put yourself up there and just, I don't know, I'm just keep repeating it, but I think it's important. Your opinion is valid. Speak your truth when it's safe to do so, obviously. Okay? I love you very much. Take care. God bless you. Bye.